asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I hope everyone took advantage of the Cyber Monday deals. Now it's time to focus on some football. Bears and Vikings underway on Monday night. And the opening kickoff will not be returned. Will be a touchback. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First play and a first pass for Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the Iowa State product. It's Kene Nwangwu. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw, Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangwu. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Herbert to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. You look at this defense for the Vikings.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Here we go, from the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, yeah.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing is Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Vikings had 7-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Well, this defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
On second down, here's DeWanger. Well, they nearly sprung it that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Cousins to throw it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert powering up the middle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here we go.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Fields. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Cousins now. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Hey, 382, let's 50. What's that?
Handoff right side, Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Here we go, Scott.
2nd down and 8. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. going on the ground with Homer. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Second and 10.
Wide. Hey, 6. Hey, Steamer.
To throw is Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Joseph is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
Flushed out right.
Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Fields throw there, holding by Claypool.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, Fields.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field is halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On play action, Fields.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And here's Trenton Gill now.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Bring up 48. Bring up 48.
On the give is Nwangu. Oh, able to avoid him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 68 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. T.J. Edwards, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. On the toss, here's Nwangu. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Herbert once more. Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Fields throw complete here to Komet. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Good routes here. Hey, no, easy. One touch.
Second down, Cousins. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here we go, son.
Now it's Fields. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Cousins again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. How about this? He's to the 10.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Khalil Herbert, 85 yards. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the deep.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
56 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Lewis C.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Another run now for Nwangu. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 163 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Nwangu. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Black. Bird.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Steps away to his left. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Typically, this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll go again with Herbert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Herbert. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 4th down, Fields has to have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Here we go,
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Open man here is Scott, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Out of the gun, Fields. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds here. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. And one last throw here for Fields. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. After a pretty solid, convincing win here in this one. We did have some excitement down to the very end, though. This game ended on a rare onside kick, but they didn't recover.
And they were in great shape anyway, but going ahead and recovering, finishing things off, being part of that good hands team, it's an honor, but you want to make sure you do actually recover the ball.
Well, I'm just glad that it gave us a little something there at the end because this one was over beforehand.
You're right. You're exactly right. Down the stretch, last one. Yeah, that gives a little something to bounce out of here on.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.